Greetings and salutations to everybody out there in guitar land. My name is Round J Parker and welcome to another Lick of the Week. Now, one of my subscribers called James has specifically requested some more country guitar because he liked very much the last country idea I posted up. So James, I'm more than happy to oblige you, and I hope you enjoy this piece of country madness. Imagine, if you will, the genetically modified mutant offspring of Albert Lee and Guthrie Govan, and you'll get an idea of what this lick sounds like. I know what you're thinking, well, that sounds like a Frankensteinian nightmare that should not see the light of day. And you know what, you're probably right, but we're going to do it anyway. So, before we get into the lick, I encourage you to head on over to my website, which is www.roundjparker.com. There's a whole ton of stuff on that site, most of which is free, and you can download and jam over backing tracks. There's a whole ton of lessons. There's also a store where you can buy things. You can instantly download high quality video lessons, and there's PDFs and a whole ton of stuff. So have a look at the store, and if something tickles your fancy, you can go ahead and get it, and it will help me to pay the bills and keep all this guitar goodness coming your way. Alright, well, enough of that. Let's get straight to this week's Lick of the Week, the mutant offspring of Guthrie and Albert Lee. Let's do it, square piggy. Okay, what I'm going to do with this lick is it's quite lengthy, so I'm going to split it up into two parts, and this week we're going to do the first half. Not because I'm mean, just because there's a lot of teaching involved in this one. And I'll encourage you to come back next week anyway and see the second part. So, before we go ahead and show you the lick, let's just talk about the harmonic background we're actually playing against, because each of the little licks really outlines the chords, the particular chord we're playing over. So I think it's important that we know what the harmony is. So the chords we're playing are E7, and then A7, and then D7, and then G7, and the whole thing goes round again. E, A, D, G. Now this is an incredibly common country chord progression. Actually, this chord progression you can find in an Albert Lee song called Country Boy, so that's probably where I got it from, though I've heard it many times otherwise, and you also hear it in jazz quite often. It's called the 5/5 chord progression sometimes. So anyway, a country cliche chord progression, very common to solo over. So let's begin to learn the lick now, and we will learn the first phrase. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and show you the first lick, which covers the E7 to the A7 change, and it sounds like this, slowly. And as you can clearly hear, there's a lot of passing tones in that. So I'll just go ahead and give you the very first part, which is just over the E7 chord, which is this one. Okay, so I'll give you the verbal tab for that. So it's E, E2, E3, E4, and then E2, E4, E2, E5, E2, 4, 5, 4, 2. So it's a little bit fiddly, that bit in the A string. Let me just play that to you, the A string fragment. And listen again. So one more time, it's 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 4, 5, 4, 2. A little bit convoluted for the left hand there. And then to finish that off, we've got low E3 and low E4, so super duper slow now. Okay, so that lick is a little bit complex, so just watch it as many times as you need until you pick it up. Right, now this leads on to the second half of this lick, which is over the A7 chord, which is a bit easier. It's this one. really just A major pentatonic with some passing tones, so it's a lot more straightforward. So we've got low E, 5, then A, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, and then it's G2. Easy, really. Alright, so let me play the first lick again, just at a slightly quicker tempo, just so you can hear how it all runs together. Okay, so I hope that's clear enough. It's all in the second position. Just keep your hand completely still in the second position to make sure you're using all 4 digits. Alright, so let's move on and look at the second lick that covers the D7 to the G7 change. Let's do that. And here is the D7 to G7 lick. Sounds like this one. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but it's just a direct transposition of the previous lick. So it's the same idea, and the finger's almost the same. So what I've done is I've just shifted it to fit the next 2 chords, right? So it's really only one lick, we're just changing the key to fit the other 2 chords. The other thing to just try and point out to you is that each lick is specific to that chord, so it's not as if we're just playing in the key of something here, that every chord we've got to address with a particular lick or idea. So it's a bit like playing changes in jazz, really, similar. So let's again break this up into 2 parts, and let's do the lick over the D7 chord. Sounds like this. So giving you the verbal tab here, so it's D, D2, 3, 4, then on the G string, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 4, 5, 4, 2, then 3, 4 on the D. Okay, so again that tricky little have to practice a little bit, but the rest is just you know, fairly straightforward. So a little bit quicker for this little D lick. Alright, and then here is the G lick. So a little position shift there, so I'll just show you that. Starts on D5, pinky, and then G2, 3, 4, then onto B string, moving up to position 3 now, index finger. It's 3, 4, 5, and then index finger, high 3. Alright, so again playing the D to G lick just together, running it together so you can hear how it sounds. Alright, and one more time, both licks together, but at the reduced tempo. Okay, so I hope that's clear enough, and that's the first half. Alright. Okay, that concludes part 1. Tune in next week and I'll show you part 2. Before I go, I would like to tell you about a feature of the website. Apart from visiting it, you can also subscribe to the website just by sticking your email address into the subscribe box and hitting subscribe. And if you subscribe to the website, I'll send you some free and additional lessons, which will be exclusive to subscribers only, won't be distributing them in any other way, won't be on YouTube. You know, just for you, my loyal subscribers. So, do yourself a favour, get more free stuff and get subscribing. If you want to get in contact with me otherwise, you can find me on Twitter at Rowan J Parker. I'm on SoundCloud, which is Rowan-Parker. On Facebook, of course, everyone is. It's Rowan J Parker Facebook page. And of course on the YouTube channel, Rowan J Parker. Alright, well, thank you very much, and hope you tune in next week to watch part 2 of this piece of country nonsense. Until then, farewell.